suburb. Katoa. What happened? Well, in the shadows of Tauhara, we are here at Taupo International Motorsport Park today. We are at DriftWars. DriftWars 24. Hi, I'm Steve Daniel, part of the commentary team. As we see Tauhara in the background. Tony G, welcome to the show.
Oh, welcome along, Steve. It's I was going to say a beautiful day in the bay. We're not even in the bay.
Well, I mean, I guess we can fight over that. It's close enough. But of course, as we see in the foreground there, we've got one very stopped car, Pete Reader and the ABC Kids. I understand there was a few flames getting thrown out.
Yeah, I missed all the kerfuffle that went on, but there was a bit of noise, and then recovery. Pete Driver there parked up in the infield, and yeah, fire from under the bonnet of that thing.
Driver's okay, car's parked up. We've got recovery in place. We'll get ready for some drifting today. It's going to be a beautiful day here in Taupo. As we see the steam from the geothermal wonderland that is this part of Aotearoa. Of course, well, you're from Rotorua. That's the home of mud pools.
Yeah, there's plenty of steam like that in Rotorua for sure. So, the beautiful thing about Taupo versus Rotorua when it comes to the geothermal side of things is the smell doesn't exist in Taupo versus Rotorua. So.
Well, of course, Taupo International Motorsport Park, it's the home of the V8 supercars here in New Zealand. They were here earlier on in the year as a build-up for today. So we've got DriftWars, we've got a huge field of cars that are going to take out. Well, I guess we're going to find what's going to happen today.
Sam West, one of the first people, first comment, isn't it?
Sam West, first comment. Welcome along, everyone, tuning in on YouTube. Of course, make sure you share it around. Let them know.
Free, of course, brought to you by Casper Transmissions today. Massive shout out to Mike and the team at Casper Transmissions for bringing you this live stream.
Well, let's have a look at this. Is the track that they'll be running, so they're going to move left hand into this big entry. This is track 3 here at Taupo.
Big right-hand outer zone. It's all outer zones here, which makes it for exciting viewing. We get down towards the hairpin of the club circuit here, and big wide. You can see the dotted lines around the outside of the hairpin. That's where the lead driver needs to be, and we've worked through Simon Lee's sector and into Rahaida's final sector it is, and you can see the outer zones there that are expected to be filled by the lead driver, and it's all about proximity, and it's all about an awesome chase run, which puts on awesome viewing and awesome drift. And it's a spectacle having, the choice events, the way that the judges set up these sectors and the way they set up the way that the lead car needs to be.
Yeah, so it's not the same as traditional, what we'd call traditional drifting, which you've got line, angle and style and those things there. They've literally got their area so they can specialise in their one part of the track. So we start from Nick Orshort. He's got the starting section of the track. We then move on to, as you mentioned, Simon Lee, and then the mayor of Hamarana, Rahaida. He'll take out the section or sector number 3.
Yeah, interesting comments from Ra as well, and you know, it's quite unique seeing someone like Ra, who's one of the boys, be a judge, and the way he spoke and the way he gave the boys the description of what he's expecting. Just wants to see gangster runs. He wants to see them on the door, and quite literally those words.
That was Ra?
And wants to see lots of limiter.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. I spoke to him yesterday, as we had the qualifying and the pole shuffle, and he just said, the thing that's going to score the most is I want them out wide on the limiter. And like I remember somebody came through and Ra made the comment, which was they had a terrible run until his section and they were so hard on the limiter, and he's just like, yeah, that's max point run right there.
And it's all about, yeah, I mean, as far as Ra Hader's section goes, it's all about style. It's all about, well, proximity's probably not in his vocabulary, but it's all about being on the door, which is the same bloody thing, isn't it?
Yeah, there's certainly on the door is what we want to see, and that's the reason why they've gone for the outer zones the whole way around, so it allows the chase driver to basically tuck up in the pocket, get on that door. We want to see a bit of door tapping.
Absolutely, I think we will as well. We've got a couple of drivers that aren't out there in the usual cars. They're in the missiles. So look for Sean Potros to probably give a little less respect to his vehicle this weekend than he normally does.
How can Sean Potros give any less respect to anything?
Yeah.
It's always great to have so many amazing drivers, you know, in attendance. As we see Pete Drever's car moving back out into the pit lane. Let's hope that whatever happened can be repaired quickly.
Yeah, but I don't want to be negative Nancy or anything, but
well,
I'm not hopeful
then.
because you know, I was really Pete drove fantastic. He was the #1 qualifier before Corbin Wilson knocked him off that top step in the pole shuffle. He's on the blower there to someone. Hopefully, maybe arranging another replacement block, quick, smart.
Oh gosh, do we think it's come out the bottom?
I think
chucked a leg
that
out.
Rodney's chucked the leg. Yeah.
Ooh.
Knock knock.
Who's there? That's an RB problem. Sorry, that's right. Don't be mean to RBs today.
Are you going to try not to be mean to RBs all day?
I'll be mean to RBs. But you know what I won't be mean to? Paying the bills. We'll be back shortly.
October 4th to 6th, come join us here at Taupo International Motorsport Park for the Casper Transmissions Carnival. The event consists of cruising, drifting, roll racing, burnouts, show and shine, and grip sessions. If you want to bring your ride along, make sure you head to choiceevents.co.nz and grab your tickets now.
Well, here we go. We're back out there. Go on, Mr. Cameraman. Steady up your shot. So we've got a few cameras out there in the paddock, thanks to the team from Heart Media. Jumped on board nice and quickly, Thomas and his team.
Yeah, did a fantastic job. Actually, the busybodies, like just all morning, and yesterday as well. They look down into pit lane. Jordan Grant there lining up.
He's got a very psycho Jay-Z behind him.
Jordan Grant will be one of the very first battles. Now, actually, we'll pop into the comments on YouTube a link, which is a chance for you. Make sure that that's public.
And of course, make sure you subscribe. So hang on, I'll just subscribe. So the
All right,
choice
we'll
files.
change it to anyone with the link. So you can now have a look at this battle tree. It is one hectic, happenings of battles. You know, can they win the battle? It's about winning the war. 80 events traditionally, if there was 32 entrants. Now only 26 entrants today. Had the pleasure of...
You've got to love attrition.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of being one of the creators of this battle tree, essentially, but it is copied off most others, and you will have a look through it, see how many different battles there are. We've got plenty of buys in the process. We might be looking at buys with Pete Drever as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed. See if we can get hold of Leaker, of course. ABC Drift Kids. Great present idea.
Oh, I just saw Sam Ware's comment. Hello, Sam, my dog.
We take a look down at the initiation point of... I mean, I've actually been waiting for years and years. Obviously, the amount of work I've done in and around with and included in Taupo, a battle day or a competition at Track 3. It's been a long time.
I love how you say. How do you say it again? The place we're at.
Taupo. Did I say Taupo?
No, you did not. No, that's what
Taupo.
everyone else says.
Ah.
I was just giving you the opportunity to just, do some te reo courses on. So it's toe as in your big toe, paw as in I've got no money.
Yes, exactly
it's
right.
As easy as that. It's just toe paw, isn't it? It's not taupo, and it's definitely not
or
topo.
tapu, topa.
It's just toe paw.
Yeah. Well, and then in the background we've got the beautiful toe hara. So toe, and instead of being paw or paw hara, it's just the hara. Toe hara.
My marae's called paw hara. I feel that way too.
Oh.
It's funny. I'm currently unemployed, looking for a job. Anyone's got one?
When's LZ on? I think you got the wrong live stream there, Leo.
Oh, let's bring him. Let's bring him to New Zealand. He's been before, hasn't he? Of course he has. It's our story.
Yeah.
No, you know what it is? It's that guy constantly goes to go over and hang out with those boys.
Surely he can get him over here. And actually, I think there was talk way back of someone in the drift scene looking at bringing him over.
Well, we're still waiting. We're playing the waiting game. You know what? I think people should just wait with us. There's too much noise in here. Let's cut to something that hasn't got a lot of noise in it.
Link ECU, let's go! Top on ECU, turn on wideband, e-throttle control, all the motorsport functions. You can't beat it.
So the Link PDM saved the day.
So the next step was to get you, especially with all the technology that Link has to offer,
which should give us full communication and full control over all the sensors.
All those features I have thanks to Link ECU.
That's all we need. Simple, cheap, easy, works, good ECU, weatherproof.
It's got enough IOs too, like we're doing tons of stuff. Oil, fuel pressure, boost control.
I like it.
definitely big shout out to Link ECU.
Speaking about Adam LZ, I think we just saw him there as well in that advert. So the Choice Events team there getting themselves ready, set up on the club circuit. I was going to call it Track 3, traditionally called Track 3, and obviously now it's the club circuit side of things. To take a look through the battle tree that we spoke about, the first event that we will see or would have seen would have been Corbin Wilson as the number 1 qualifier. He gets a bye against the 32nd qualifier.
Let's talk quickly about Corbin Wilson. What a driver this kid is. We saw him last year at Bay Park at D1NZ just grazing through. He's obviously been at blooded himself into drifting through Sky Zow's Drift Academy, driftacademy.co.nz. He's a rising star, really, isn't he?
Spends a lot of time behind the wheel of a race car, essentially, and it's proving to, basically work in his favour. And practice makes perfect. It's something that I've taught my son, and I'm very proud of that because he's nurtured that. And Corbin Wilson, if I can't think of anything that's more obvious about practice makes perfect, obviously spending a lot of time behind the wheel of a mini stock. I believe he's done some form of go-karts as well, is it?
Well, he looks like a natural behind the wheel of anything. We've seen him at mini stocks and speedway, obviously in the drift car now, and he battled his way through the pole shuffle yesterday.
Yeah, so he
qualified.
So he qualified 3rd to start with. We took top 5. So 5th place was Scotty Dinsdale, went up against Connor Heligan. Connor Heligan took the win in that battle to go through against Corbin Wilson. Corbin Wilson took the win. Sean Potros, who qualified in 2nd place, Corbin Wilson beat him in the pole shuffle to push Sean out to 3rd. Corbin up into 2nd place, and the option to beat Pete Drever in the top battle for number 1 spot. He also beat Pete Drever as well, and Corbin Wilson took out the number 1 qualifying spot. So we see, geez, that's not good news to start with. I think that was Jordan Grant's car.
Yeah, it looked like Jordan Grant's car.
And Johnny Burns there, Max ECU on the side of the door of the S14. So trouble for Jordan Grant. That was the first battle of the day we were going to see Johnny Burns against Jordan Grant.
Now, of course, you get knocked out. What happens? You go home? Do you pack your stuff and go home?
Yeah, absolutely not with the DriftWars format. It is down to the bottom 16 instead of the top 16. And we'll battle all the way through what would normally be if we had 32 drivers to 32nd place, but it's to 26th today. So there will be a fair few buys. Of course, check the comments away on the YouTube channel.
And we're going to see a few one more times today, you reckon? How many one more times are we going to see today?
Absolutely none.
What?
You will love that, Steve.
Oh, I'm in heaven.
What are we going to do instead?
OMR.
One more run only. Interesting comment, Sam West. Money on Matty J for the win. Calling it early. Have a look through that battle tree. I want to say, and I'm always biased.
Good. Oh, you think... Okay, that means that Adam Davies is your pick?
Potentially. If not, Ross McEwen. I'm going to go Ross McEwen.
Is that a 20B sort of thing there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jason Wood.
Best sounding car here.
Jason Wu to come up with the business.
Jason Wu?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And if I'm wrong, I'll just call whatever I think come final time. Well, it's great to have you all tuning in across the wonderful world of YouTube, wherever you are in the world. Gone to the, I think the judges have been told. Are you ready? The judges have... Man, there's so much noise in this room.
There is, yes.
It's bad enough with you and I.
So we cast our eyes up the track towards the start line. It's Matty J and Trent Albrich. Will be the first battle that we see. Hopefully nothing too major for Jordan Grant, and he can get himself going again to battle Johnny Burns. Because like you say, Steve, even if he doesn't quite get it sorted for that first battle, he might give Johnny Burns sort of a central buy through to the top 16. He still has the bottom 16 to battle for.
So they're going to obviously fly through you'll see them come through like the right-hand side of where those flags are, and they'll make their way down there, and you can see there's a little bit of chalky-looking dust down there.
Plenty of oil soak. Potentially, Johnny might have a buy with the damage of the car on the line.
So it looks like recovery is just getting ready to head into place.
So we'll try, keep things up to date, because things start moving very quickly. You'll find with this DriftWars format events. If you do want to follow that, check the comment in the YouTube section for the spreadsheet that has got the battle tree on it, and that'll be live as we go. But here we go, straight into it. Matty J leading Trent Albrich into the section, and it's going to be difficult for these guys through all that oil soak that Pete's left out there on the track.
Well, Matty J coming through, getting on the loud pedal again, running a nice smooth arc as he comes through to switch into the final part of the track.
And big smoke, big angle as they get through into the final sector of the three. And just like that, I think advantage the way of Matty J looking at that nice and early.
They'll obviously make their way back around for the second run.
Oh, that choice of its promotions. It's a good looking van, that.
That looks choice. You had a van like that once. Did you have green on yours?
I went in the simplistic black and grey and white. I'm quite simple.
So we're
So second half of the battle, Trent Albrich this time will lead out Matty J, and he'll make his way through the little chicane cones there. Now see, Trent will move across and he'll hit that clipping zone. The chase car doesn't need to do that. Matty J, he needs to initiate by the second clip as such.
So see if Matty can get on that rear bumper as they fire it down to this top turn here at Taupo International Motorsport Park.
So nice wide arc there from Trent Albrich. He's done a really good lead run. I think Matty J is probably going to do enough to keep the advantage that he had. It's a great shot of them coming across the finish line of the club circuit.
So I got a call from Guy Maxwell. He said, "Hey Steve, we probably need to chuck some cameras into this sort of stuff here. Let's go and do something cool for DriftWars." He said, "Is there any way that we can just do a single camera, maybe off a phone or something, just so that the people at home can see?" So, let me think about a way of doing this. So we managed to find one camera, which then I involved young Thomas out of Tauranga from Heart Media. He's, I've got another couple of cameras. I've got a bit of a crew of a team of guys, and that's essentially what happened.
Just like that. So we're looking for a result here between Matty J and Trent Albrich.
All right, well, let's see if we're going to go to I don't know if we're going to go to we're not going to go to a tree. We're going to see if we're, if I heard that, is that correct? Can I tell that to the legends out there in YouTube land? Who takes the win?
Matty J takes the win in the first battle of the day here at the Link ECU DriftWars.
Fast and sweet, we move on. So we've got our first one, which is Matty J moving into position, which means that it's time for our next battle of the day.
So event number 4, Rody Knowles here leading out Pete Basset. And Rody pulls a good bit of advantage on him through there. There's a bit of a gap going. So some work cut out. Nice tricky conditions out there for these drivers to start the day with the moisture that's still down on the track. Oh, problems for Basset in behind Rody Knowles. So it's going to be a big advantage to the MTF Cambridge S13 to start off his first day, run of the day.
Okay, let's. Who else have we got? So that's Matty J. He's going to go up against the winner of Pete Basset and Rody Knowles. Connor Heligan's going to get a bye next, and he's going to go up against the winner of, who was it? Johnny Atwood versus Matt Kido.
Matt Kido was actually driving really well yesterday. Seeing him qualify down in 21st. My memory's not good enough. Big night last night. Jason Wu, Daniel Crinkle.
Did you work all night?
Yeah, I was working on my drinking skills.
Great. I was doing the same. I don't drink alcohol, though.
Yeah.
I was drinking water.
I'm certainly drinking water this morning.
I shot back to Tauranga and did some mahi. Going back there tonight to do the same straight after the event. All right, let's have a look at the second half of this battle.
So you see Basset there, shoots all the way across to that sort of outer club or initiation zone, I guess we'll call it. And Rody Knowles needs to put on a clean chase run here to take the win. Oh, Basset spun it up. Now, because of the sector drifting, he zeroes on one run in a battle, or one sector in a battle, he zeroes the whole run out. So
there we go. We've learnt something. And Rody will come through, so left-hand side of that shot is the normal pit entrance. So we'll obviously update you with results and things as we go. So next battle will be the legend of legends, that is John Atwood, going up against Matt Kido. As we see them head down the back straight here at Taupo.
So John Atwood being the low, big problems there. And a big straight line from Kido in the chase. So Matt Kido, that's a zero out, isn't it, for his chase run?
Man, what's the go, Kido, bro?
Big problems with that. Oh, something's not quite right in the back end of that car. So huge advantage, John Atwood.
So just hearing over the radio that Matt Kido's car is leaking fluid somewhere, so that is the first half of their battle. You have to move quickly in order to get things back for the second half. So it's a pretty short, quick turnaround to bring the cars back into position.
Yeah, there's going to be battles all day long.
Could you do this track in reverse?
I couldn't see why not.
Well, that's an idea too.
Send it back through here around the sweeper starting at the cones that are on the right-hand side of the screen.
Maybe we could send them there and come all the way back on that, because then they'd have run out of tyres. As we look from above, that looks like spaghetti out there.
Well, it used to be called Spaghetti Junction. I think they call it just the Junction now.
Okay, well, it's good to see that nice overhead shot of Spaghetti Junction. It's nice to be at a Spaghetti Junction and not have to be in Auckland.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Or anything to do with Auckland, really. You can see the oil soak and spill that Pete Drever haven't got any. Actually, I'll see if we can get hold of Leaker. See if we can get an update.
Lee could be watching. Leaker, let us know. So, while we wait for the first one, we're going to just send the next battle out, which will be my pick, Jason Wu. Going up against Daniel Crinkle.
John Atwood makes his way back around.
All right, hello to Bex tuning in online. Ginger Kid Customs, how are you? Welcome along. Hello to Leo. Kane Sutton.
I think I saw Mike Lake pop up on there too. Just make sure you head along and subscribe to him. So here we go, Jason Wu leading out Crinkle. And into the second sector they come. Jason Wu's leading Crinkle and the JD Roofing. It's a Soarer, isn't it, that one?
Yes, it is. And that is, wow. Oh, just a rumble of Jason Wu's car. I love Jason Wu, the number of different toys he's got. So he's out there in a Eurofighter with a monster LS. He turned up in a Tesla Model X, I think, today. I said, is it fast? He said, yeah, it's fast. It's not as fast as my McLaren.
Oh, of course not. Yes, okay.
Oh.
Just checking the oil out on the track by the looks. Crinkle comes around. He will lead Jason Wu for the second half of this battle. So Leeka's only just turned up here. She's, geez, I might have just broken some bad news to her.
Oh, wow. What a sad fellow. All right, here is the next battle.
All right, so Crinkle, a little bit messy there in the lead run. And Jason Wu has made the pass. And Crinkle there.
All right, so they're having a bit of a chatter.
So next event after that, Scotty Dinsdale. He'll get the bye through to the top 16 from out of the 32 after qualifying in 4th spot in the pole shuffle.
All right, so is that confirmed, team? Just a shout across to the judges and Brando. Confirmed? There we go. So Jason Wu on his way to great things today.
So the left-hand side of the tree looks like at the moment for the top 16, it's going to be Corbin Wilson against the winner of Johnny Burns and Jordan Grant. We've got Matty J up against Rhodey Knowles. That'll be event number 26. Connor Heligan.
All right, well, we'll get ready for...
the winner.
What's our next event now? Event number what?
So will be event number 9. So that's event number 8's a bye. Number 9, Pete Drever's meant to be a bye. That could be a bye as well. So, contact.
Man, so close.
On the way, it's just Matty Brown up against James Jeffries.
And I think even more contact. What has happened there? As they come through to finish.
So there's contact all over the place. On both those cars, and fiberglass flying. James Jeffries.
right, so I've just heard across the radio. Whose car's grabbing? Who's? Maddie's car is. All right.
So Maddie Brown, after contact from James Jeffries, very messy run.
So we've lost our monitor up in the commentary box. So we're busy turning around. We've got a window we can look out. We can see everything else. And thank you to Charlie for sorting that out. None of your employers will be watching, Charlie? You won't get caught for being here. No. Thanks, Charlie. Charlie Kane, one of the greatest guys that we've got on the broadcast team.
So confirmed, there is inspection holes on both sides of Pete's block.
You show me?
Not ideal.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so
that's the inside of a motor that we shouldn't be able to see.
These things happen. All right, well, I just put on another battle. How many battles do we expect to see today? Well, okay, on a full field, we'll come back after this, as we see.
Ryan Parry is going to lead out Damon Pinkham here. So Damon Pinkham from Aotearoa, as well as Ryan Parry. Ryan Parry, one of the best sounding RBs that I've ever heard. And Damon and the LS Powered E30. Look him up on Facebook, actually. Shitbox Nation. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I said it.
I mean, you said it.
Too late, and that's the name of his thing. Out there having some fun. Him and his father, Eddie.
Now, issues with that car yesterday. If I'm right, he had to qualify and do his entire battle in fifth gear.
Yeah, he had first, second, and fifth. No third and fourth. So overnight they've rebuilt that gearbox, put a new selector in it as well.
Daramata.
And Damon, he'll be loving being out here in a competition environment. It's cool to see an E30 out there. Geez, the value of those will be going through the roof.
There's still a lot around. I mean, I think there's, 1 trillion of them got made. Very popular cars. I think they're relatively well balanced. You see them a lot in there's BMW, sort of the E30 racing, and there's a big series a few years ago in New Zealand.
My earliest memory, actually, a guy by the name of Dre Stanaway used to drift quite a bit in D1 occasionally. He had an E30, a pink one on Titans, and it used to get the girls. And then Ross McEwen, who's drifting this weekend, he had one as well. He put a rotary in it. Good man.
Of course he did. Nice wide entry, good speed.
So Damon, here he goes, and that little E30 coupe, putting it through its paces. Doing a good job out there, bit of, there wasn't much off there.
Tom's
nice
on the track
will
not be happy. Oh, all of the limiter. How much, Limmy? All of it.
So this is event number 11. So there would be 80 events if we had 32 drivers. So we will skip a fair few of those events with buys further down the ladder in the bottom 16 and the bottom of the bottom 16, or the bottom 8 of the top. Yeah, it's a mess.
Do we think that Dave Steadman, who's in Australia, is tuned in to watch his teammate, who's up next? So it's going to be... What side of the tree is Adam on?
So Adam evidently is the next battle, up against Matt Quark, who was busy working yesterday, couldn't come and qualify. So he's in the 26th spot, and Mac, work cut out. I think he managed to do a lap this morning in practice. Straight into battles up against none other than Adam Davies, so he's certainly got his work cut out for him. And here they come, Adam leading out Mac. You see them initiate.
Adam Davies. Oh, listen to the sound of that 20B.
20B is just absolutely screaming. There's Matt Quark though, right on the door. The proximity's pretty good. One of the closer battles we've seen already. today. As I say that, he falls off a little bit. And it is a white out smoke-wise from that 20B.
Oh, the weakness of the, what do we call this room? Race control? Adam drives past, they close the windows. That is when you open it up. The screen, the noise of a 20B. Oh, they can't hear the radio. Have we got any results? Have we got anything we've missed?
Yes, we have. We've got a result between Ryan Parry and Damon Pinkham.
And it looks like, yes, it is correct. Ryan Parry is moving forward. So Ryan's going to face the winner of, wow, that's a hard one because you've got a 5 minute on the, well, Pete Drever. Well, he's not coming back today.
No, he's not coming back today. So, second half of this battle, Matt Quark leading out Adam Davies this time. Nice wide initiation there. Adam Davies, though, he's right on the door of Matt Quark. Oh, problems for Davies. And that's going to be...
Oh, brother,
So, is that going to be enough for Matt Quark? Because of the dissector judging... The way it works, I'm going to see that win probably go to Matt Quark. Big upset.
Oh, Matt Quark ran him out. That was unchaseable. Love Mac. I was surprised this morning, actually. Mac was driving in. I was like, I felt rude because I didn't say hello to him yesterday. I learned from you right now that
he wasn't actually here. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't feel rude.
Don't feel bad.
Of course, it is the Link ECU DriftWars 2024, and the live stream brought to you by Casper Transmissions.
Don't forget to, while you're there, if you get the opportunity, head to Thrash Garage for any of your performance car needs. thrashgarage.co.nz.
So looking for a result in the Matt Quark Adam Davies battle. The winner of that battle will go up against Ryan Parry in event number 30. We are at number 12.
Is there any second chances on this?
So you want to see one more run?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's one of my favourite things. OMTs suck. They're terrible. But OMRs, I'm all about it. I'm all about DriftWars today here at Taupo International Motorsport Park. Of course, live stream brought to you by Casper Transmissions. As we see our next battle of the day.
So Whitehead Kaki is leading out Cameron Welch. And this car of Whitehead sounds cool on the limiter. You'll hear it as he comes around past.
Oh yeah, open the windows.
There. A pretty clean run from both of those drivers.
Nice chase as well. I did notice as the chase driver came into the first turn here at Taupo that there was a slight correction, but I can tell you who didn't see it. It'd be the judges. What's happening here?
So the first one of the day, one more run between Matt Quark and Adam Davies.
Right,
so dare I say it'll be the Matt Quark lead run that they want to see again.
So, of course, what we see in the drifting, one more time drifting, which is we have both a lead and a chase. This one here is OMR, one more run, which is also on the same set of tyres.
Yes, yeah, so you have to be careful when you scrub up here that you don't use... I mean, the club circuit's not extremely long here. Interesting taking a look. One thing to note, actually, that I don't think we mentioned is that Matt Quark here will move across the nose of Adam Davies and initiate. Adam Davies doesn't actually have to initiate until this point here. So if you're wondering why there's a late initiation from the chase car, they don't have to. Here comes Matt Quark leading out Adam Davies into the hairpin for the one more run. Which way's this one going to go? And, washed wide there from Adam Davies late.
I want to know who called for an OMR. I reckon it was Simon Lee. Who won, boys? Adam Davies. You reckon that's because Simon Lee forced an OMR just to give his mate a chance? Adam, he's trying to fight back. Adam needs to drive better. There you go. You don't hear that in other forms of drifting when a judge says he just needs to drive better. You're crap.
It's the laid-back nature of the choice.
You're crap.
DriftWars, isn't it? Just do better. It's something else, a statement, I won't say who said it, but it was quite an evident one, is that sounds like a you problem, bro. So second half of the Cameron Welch Takaki battle, and Cameron leading him out this time. A tough one to call for the judges, these two. Oh, there it is, the big straight line in the back from Wedeta. So Cameron Welch just needs to finish the run.
Oh, he's on the back bumper too. It's a nice way to finish. Hit him.
Who are you talking to?
So
Are you using camera
to the
3?
judges
Yes
here,
or
if they
no?
want to see like a reasonably quick replay, if they had the YouTube open on their phones.
Well, I need to
I
check
reckon they
that
are.
it works.
Oh, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they are. Okay, so this is
now
smart. So,
side,
of course, what's the time difference? I think it's about, normal live streams are about 20 seconds. Television's normally about 5. Now, so normally it's roughly a second between, so if you're broadcasting to television, between the broadcast truck and the likes of a network like Sky Sport receiving it, and then it's another 5 seconds from Sky Sport to the viewer at home. So it's between 5 and 6 seconds normally.
That's quick. That's actually quite I like that.
So that can push on live streams like YouTube, normally around 20 seconds. And then I don't know how they do it. We'll just go the Chinese. TikTok, straight away. Have you ever done a TikTok live?
No.
Yeah, neither have I. I've got no intentions on it. You can monetize that stuff, eh?
Well, me and Brando were talking about that last night.
I'm unemployed. I could do with a job.
So Ross McEwen has the bye in the next battle on the right-hand side of the tree. There would have been event number 13, so we move on to event 14. And the winner of that battle is Willie Takaki. As we go back out on track, event 15, it is Daryl Turk up against Adam Whitehead.
Let's go, Daryl. Oh, look at Daryl Turk. That car's on acid.
Oh, big problems.
Nah, it was contact from Adam Whitehead.
Ah, okay,
yeah,
sweet.
It wasn't. Come on, the chicken man. EFI and Turbo in the Mighty Manawa 2. Daryl Turk, the king of telling other people what to do. Now it's his time to be told.
I think that looking at the start of that run, Adam actually straight line to start with as well. That might be just a 0-0.
You know, will they do what they're doing? Look, we'll be back in 30 seconds' time.
Let's go!
So the next step was to get this thing on a proper ECU, especially with all the technology that Link has to offer.
Which should give us full communication and full control over all the sensors.
But so far, being able to log in and review every lap has been a huge plus.
To have Link pull through and step up for us and just help us out to be able to all pull it together.
That's all we need. Simple, cheap, easy, works, good ECU, weatherproof.
It's got enough IOs too, like we're doing tons of stuff. Oil, fuel pressure, boost control.
All those features I have thanks to the Link ECU.
It is the Castle Transmissions live stream here at the Link ECU Drift Wars 2024. And some good words from some big names in drifting there about Link ECU. And recovery team out on track. Look at that number plate. I think that means.
Pew.
Pew.
Pew, pew.
Into shooting, maybe?
Yeah.
Takes me back to Brotown days.
It's the guy that I liked, Jeff.
Jeff the Mouldy.
Do you think that's where I got my name from?
I think you were there before him, weren't you?
I'm pretty sure I was.
Yeah.
Do you know why they called me Steve the Māori?
Because your name's Steve.
Yes, that's right.
Where did the Māori bit come from?
Well, my dad. So I had a response to that, and then I realised that I would be cancelled.
It's a Gen Z thing, isn't it? They try to cancel everything.
The only thing you can't cancel is comedians. Did you know that?
Apparently not.
Not American comedians. You know why? Because Joe Rogan has said that try and cancel them, I'll put them straight on my podcast. It's the biggest in the world. And he uncancels people.
Yeah.
Well, there goes, who was that? That was the
JD Roofing team?
JD team.
Getting a Kid Customs is on point here. Morningside for life. Cool looking liveries there.
Got a mahi going on in the pits. As we see, this is a mechanical test lap.
None other than Sean Potros. Of course, this car is the missile, as they call them in the drift world. Sean's pro car is in a container on its way to World Time Attack. Or is that Pete Drever in there? Let's find it. Is Pete Drever driving that?
Who was in that car?
That's Pete Drever driving it. I looked at the helmet and I saw the stars and I'm thinking, that's not Sean's helmet. Sean's got a carbon fibre helmet. And that's Pete Drever.
Well, that's Pete Drever. This is Adam Whitehead. And he's got Daryl in behind. Chicken Man, Daryl Turk. Come on, Chicken.
Adam Whitehead from out of the Hawke's Bay in the Plan BS14. He's a pretty well campaign driver in the D1NZ series. Out here doing it in the lengthy CU DriftWars and putting a good lead run against Daryl Turk from Airfire and Turbo. It's quite a messy first run from those two boys. I saw it maybe a 0-0.
Well, then you'd have to give that one. I don't care. I like them both.
Yeah.
I like to sway the judges if I can. We'll try it.
I want to say Whitehead just.
What we've got to do today is, if there's a clear winner in a run, I'll say it's the other person. We'll see if we can sway the judges in making the right decision.
Okay, let's give it a go. Because normally they can't hear us.
So I reckon Adam Whitehead's got the win. Oh, they're having a chat there.
So we're going to go all the way back to event number 2, which was Johnny Burns against Jordan Grant. So Johnny Burns will lead the run here. Right. Jordan Grant's actually leading. So maybe Johnny decided he wanted to send him out first. Good to see them getting that car fixed of Jordan Grant's and getting out there.
Somewhere in the central North Island coming along today, the screen that is coming through that window is just magical.
There's the man beast that is Guy Maxwell. Beautiful hair just floating in the wind.
Oh.
Of course, it is Link ECU Drift Wars here at Taupo International Motorsport Park. Casper Transmissions bringing you the live stream. As we glance over at Tauhara. It's like a big cloak, isn't it? Tauhara wears in that natural forest up there, the native.
Referred to it in the country as native.
Ah. You've got a hut up there?
No, mine's over the other side of the Waikato.
Oh.
All right, who's got the best comments in the chat? This guy called Alex, he's getting in there. Ginger Kid Customs. Who else we got in there? CJC Photos. Second half of battle now.
So Johnny Burns and Jordan Grant. This is to find out who's going to be up against Corbin Wilson, your number 1 qualifier from the pole shuffle yesterday. The judges keeping a good eye on things as they come through. Johnny Burns closes up the gap. Sorry, Jordan Grant. They've gone back to front and it's confused me. They've both got black Sylvias and it's not an excuse, is it?
Oh, man. You're telling the story. Who do you think won that one? I reckon Johnny Burns did. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to say Jordan Grant won it.
Nah, no way. Johnny Burns. If they say... Who won that one? See, I said Jordan Grant took the one.
So Jordan Grant will go up against Corbin Wilson. We've got Natalie, she's working hard away on the spreadsheet over here and keeping this this ladder up to date, and it's doing my OCD head in that her font is slightly bigger than the original font here.
Yeah.
I can't
like
stand
if
it.
Andrew from AWS was here, he'd look at that font and he would just die. He'd be like, no, don't use those fonts. They were there in the 80s.
What we can do is do this. Look. It's changed.
Is that for everyone?
Yeah.
I appreciate you, bro. Times you roaming for the world. Alright, let's go again.
So moving into the bottom 16 now, event number 17 was Johnny Burns' bye. And we see Trent Albrich up against Pete Basset. Now this is in the bottom 16. These are the losers of the first round. It's not a very nice way to put it.
Wow,
but
you just called him a loser. Man, that's an owl dog. Anyone in the owl dog is a winner.
actually, I love Pete Basset. That thing is just so staunch. Like, it's got the most style points. It's on equips on the front.
I once did the reverse entry at an owl dog at Hampton Downs.
Huh.
Yeah, there you go. It's the only car I've ever done a reverse entry in. It was Kenny Ruddle from Overseas TV.
Yes.
Yeah, it was his Nissan Laurel. There's still videos of it somewhere. I think KJ's got video of it. I'm quite talentless at most things motorsport, but that was my day.
You once drove Speedway, didn't you?
I wasn't very good at that either. I slept more than I remember, like, not finishing a race at Bay Park Speedway. Have you ever done that?
Oh. Yeah, I haven't finished a race at Bay Park Speedway once.
You also won your first feature at Bay Park.
I did, actually.
I awarded it. So I awarded you as the winner.
You did. I will never forget that. All right, here comes the second half of this bottom 16 battle between Trent Albrich and Pete Basset. And Pete Basset, look at the stance of that Laurel, and then it's cool to see two Laurels out there drifting. Once upon a time, do you reckon they lived life as taxis before
Let's just happen to show you.
the latter part of life as a drift car?
Look, I thought his brakes were going to run out and he was going to go tap on the rear bumper.
So the win of that goes the way. I would say Pete Basset takes the win because of the style points.
Nah, that was all Trent, man. He's so much better. But the judges never agree with me. Hang up with another battle up there.
Straight into it.
There goes the rookie leading the way, James Jeffries.
So this is the second half of the Matty Brown-James Jeffries battle in the top 32. So moving back to the right-hand side of the battle tree, the bits falling off Jeffries' car as he comes down through the final sweeper.
So he qualified yesterday. Do you remember what I said when he qualified?
What did you say?
Man, I was so mean.
What did you say?
Poor old James hasn't had the best time out there, and I was like, hey, judges, get ready to zero him. And then he straight lined massively all the way through. They're just looking like, Steve, you're a horrible human.
You're sad.
Oh, man, I felt bad.
Now James Jeffries on the right. No, he's going to make a alignment left, and Matty Brown.
Well,
So
he's
there
on
was
his right.
There was big contact in the first half of this battle from Jeffries on Matty Brown. So judges, they're just trying to figure out what it is.
Oh, wow, I've just heard it. They're going to bring it. This is what I like to hear. We're going one more run. One more run with Matt leading. There you go. OMR. So that means we just turn them around.
We do, just turn them around. No channel changes, no nothing.
Get out there. Hurry up. So OMR with Matt leading.
So I will put a link in the YouTube once again. And we'll bang it on the choice events page somehow.
That's the worst thing about most of the social networks and YouTube not enjoying each other's company. So you post a link on, hey, watch this. Link in the comments, doesn't matter what you write these days, they're throttling the exposure rate. It really ruins reach statistics.
Yeah, I'm sure you know a lot more about that than I do. So we're still looking to make the top 16 at the moment by way of a battle second pass between John Atwood and Matt Kido. Is that the battle we're about to see now? Or is this the one more run between Matty Brown and James Jeffries?
This is the OMR, by the looks of things. So this will be the OMR, and of course again we'll watch as we'll see the lead car go all the way across the field. That's what they're supposed to do. And now you see James Jeffries kicked himself into life.
Yeah, so initiates in behind Matty Brown for that second outer zone as such. Big angle there, yeah. And behind, good lead line from Matty Brown here up front at the moment. And Jeffries losing the proximity.
Come on, rookie. Get up on him. Oh, James is really trying to claw him back.
Matty Brown, though, he's driven away from it, isn't he? So if you are on the live stream, check out the link. You'll be able to have a look at the battle tree and see what we speak about. Left-hand side, right-hand side, event numbers, the buys.
It's not editable, though.
Not for everyone, no.
Okay. Phew.
I think you can edit it.
Oh, I'm not touch that. Sam West said he's got a bit of FOMO watching this. Just love Sam. He's so thick. Thick. So shout out to Sam West as well. He assisted me in the repair of my property.
Sam's the man, eh? I miss seeing Sam. Wish I lived closer to him. Oh, look at that. They're pitting next to each other as well. Matty Brown and James Jeffries.
Man, it'd be more fun if they had each other. Let's just go and bring another battle out there.
Alright, so this is into the bottom 16. We've got Mac Quark leading out Damon Pinkham here. And what it would be event number 22 on the menu out of 80 events. And I just like the skill of Damon behind the wheel of a drift car there that's not really a drift car, you know. Hashtag campaign for Damon to do D1.
So, even Kurt Blackie drifts join the chat. Is Kurt Blackie here today?
I thought he was here.
Then who's working on Sam's car today? Must be tough. Sam will be looking at his 180 going, what am I supposed to do? Kurt's not there to help me.
Oh, that guy drifts joined the chat as well.
Somebody just 870 Drifter said, can we pan in on Maxwell shouting at people in the pits?
Of course, 870 Drift, he's made the trip up here before and did a couple of D1 rounds as well from memory.
As we see the return, the second half of this run. I am definitely a big fan of that E30. He is just throwing that thing around.
I was going to say, I didn't want to jinx him or anything, but he's carrying a lot of pace into the hairpin. He managed to hang on to it. And Matt Quark right there on the door. And Damon though.
Oh, Matt Quark was going to eat that door.
So Damon, he's doing a fantastic job. Look at that E30. Just big angle. And carrying a little bit too much speed, using the dirt to slow him down a little bit. Give a couple of bonus points to Matt Quark in the chase. Still looking.
We might be getting ready to go again with our next battle.
We're still waiting for John Atwood and Matt Kido's result, aren't we, in the top 16?
We say these things as a hint for other people to give us responses on.
Kinda, yeah. Brandon's put the cans on so he can't hear us.
You know what? Let's just throw to an ad. We'll be back shortly.
October 4th to 6th, come join us here at Taupo International Motorsport Park for the Casper Transmissions Carnival. The event consists of cruising, drifting, roll racing, burnouts, show and shine, and grip sessions. If you want to bring your ride along, make sure you visit choiceevents.co.nz and grab your tickets now.
And we are back into it, ready for our next battle here at DriftWars 24. Thanks to Link ECU, live stream brought to you by Casper Transmissions. Got some goss for us, Tony G. Don't worry about the noise, just chuck them on. No one at home cares.
I was being so polite.
Don't even bother, it's all good.
I was just trying to figure out what's happening with John Atwood and Matt Kido, and I think that's them scrubbing up at the moment. So looking for our top 16, we're going to see Corbin Wilson up against Jordan Grant, which I think is what's coming up onto the line actually. If I ask Brandon loud enough, who's our track director as such, or the what is he? He's like director of operations.
I think he's just the track mullet. The mullet.
So for the first time we'll see the number 1 qualifier, Corbin Wilson. We qualified number 3, nailed his way up there. And the Pro Wear 350 up against Jordan Grant. They go on into the section. Big angle from the Pro Wear 350. And look at the arc. Creating a gap there as well. Good run from Corbin Wilson. He's going to go far.
Yet.
Hey?
Has he turned 16 yet?
Yeah, I don't actually know. Okay, so update on the file. John Atwood is into the top 16. So problems for Kido. He was the one having a whole lot of diff leaks yesterday, wasn't he? Oil leaks and all sorts happening.
So of course, doing it this way here, we can actually seed all the way down via battles, all the way down to the bottom spot essentially, can't we?
Yeah. Right, so there's no buys for a while, really. It's Pete Basset goes on there.
For a walk around the pits earlier on today, had a bit of a look around. You see there's a bit of merch to be sold out there, and What I did check out was those Strom wheels. They are quite pretty. You know what they are? So they've got some fantastic hoodies. I got to feel like you. Yeah, with your free hoodie. Okay, let's go back.
So second half of the battle. Oh, Corbin Wilson all over Jordan Grant in the initiation part of the circuit into the hairpin. They fire themselves for the second time.
And this shows you the benefit of running outside clips, outside zones, is the ability for the chase driver to get right up on the door, and that's what Corbin Wilson is doing as he comes through the finish. This man is, how old is he, 11? Where is he? Oh, he's just sending it. Great kid.
Will it go the way of Corbin Wilson, or will it go the way of Jordan Grant? There's Coke all over that table.
Yeah, I spilled it before, and the can went one way, and Coca-Cola went everywhere else.
Who is?
Oh, Tony, you're getting in trouble.
Oops.
Who won? So here's one for us. We might have punched in that Corbin Wilson one because we knew it, and we didn't even ask. And the judge was like, "We never even told you guys that. You don't have to tell." I've been watching drifting that many years.
I thought you were a judge.
I am. I'm judgmental. I'll take it out of the chat.
So Roddy Knowles up against Matty J, the Battle of Rotorua here on the S13s. And so, what's happening there amongst the smoke? Oh, Matty J's right on the door of Roddy Knowles.
You got to say, when you see these two guys out on track, they are the two best drifters from Rotorua. There is no one better. Oh, sorry, Ra's in that room. Hey, Ra. Hey, Ra. Ra just said I could smoke those guys, clean them up. Like, man, these guys here, they just walk in his shadow. There's Sean Potros' fifth car with a man seeing stars. Somewhat the superstar. Pete Drever.
So second half of the battle between Matty J and Roddy Knowles. This time Matty J will lead out. Watch him initiate across the nose of Roddy there. Doesn't need to initiate until this point now. And away they go. Oh, Roddy's washed wide. But he's on the line actually. He wasn't even wide. It was actually shallow from Matty J, I think. He's loving watching.
Well, he's loving what he's seeing.
Yeah. So Matty was quite shallow through the clipping zones, which almost shut Roddy out a little bit.
Judges aren't going to call that way. They're going to say Matty J won. I know they're looking at the replay. What do you reckon? Matty J for the win. Roddy's my bro. They're both my bro. Actually, it's a go. I think they go for the S13.
I think the S13's won it.
Definitely an S13. And if you're colourblind, it's the blue one that's going to win.
Black and grey one.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Here's the live stream. What have we got going on over there?
Sam West is working on Kurt's car because Kurt's too lazy to work on it himself. And he's sitting here in the stands.
So Kurt said there's strict...
OMR.
Oh, OMR. Go run around. Okay.
With Matt in the lead.
course, Casper Transmissions bringing you this live stream today of the Link ECU DriftWars.
Watch the top, boys. Judges just moving stuff to make their job easier. Oh, boo! The judges have literally put something across there so that we can't give them crap. It gets even worse. Sad fellas. I mean, they're good-looking people, but what they don't realise is that I can look through a reflection and yeah. There goes, there's Nick. He's laughing. Yeah, I can still see you. What you can't see is literally they're sick of hearing us.
That's what they've done. They just put a wall up.
Like 10 plus years of drifting commentary. Do you think that's the first one that's happened? No. All right,
Scotty D, Scotty Dinsdale up against Jason Wu, event number 28. A couple of Eurofighters. And big
is that a
angle
cool
from
tap?
Scotty. Those BMWs.
I've done a handful of laps with drift cars, and I'll tell you one of the most exciting laps I've ever done was with Scotty D, the 2JZ. That was in his S13 back in May.
Talk about the weather too much. It looks a little bit overcast out there.
I can see blue sky from where I am.
Okay.
See, look.
Oh yeah, over that way. Towards Taupo town. Taupo City these days, isn't it?
It's a city.
I don't know.
It's a tourist mecca. CK Blackie's given Sam strict instructions not to touch his car. Oh, smoke! Oh, he just absolutely destroyed both drivers, the cones out there, as we see Jason Wu head up to the top section of this track, arcing off the turn, running that high line. Scotty D is right there. They come through the switches, they'll finish the lap. Another good run.
We're in the top 16 at the moment. We found Corbin Wilson will go up against the winner of Matty J and Roddy Knowles. This one will run that's on the line now. Jason Wu and Scotty Dinsdale. The winner of that will go up against the winner of Connor Heligan and John Atwood. Over on the right hand side of the tree, we're going to see Pete Drever and Matty Brown. Ryan Perry up against Adam Davies. Ross McEwen against Weda Takaki. And Adam Whitehead up against Sean Potros. Bit of double duties for the Potros missile today. So the one more run between Matty J and Roddy Knowles.
Shout out to the Māori Prince, Jake Hakara.
Oh, has he tuned in finally?
Yeah.
What time he showed up?
It's right there.
Is that him, NB?
No, we're watching somebody else's car. It's Jake Hakara. When you're the Prince, you don't watch on your account. The account comes to you.
So Matty J leading out Roddy. Oh, big straight line from Roddy in the back there. So trouble for Knowles. Matty J needs to basically finish this run now with a 0 out from Roddy. Which he does nicely.
Nice finish to the run for Roddy as well. He closed right up.
Scrub zone there, trying to figure out what cars it looks like. You're going to miss the Connor Heligan John Atwood battle for a little bit because John Atwood was quite late getting that battle through against Kido. So Pete Drever and Matty Brown, it appears to be up on the line, and Pete Drever's and Sean Potros' crews, they're going to be nice and busy because there's not many events between, not many battles between when you due out. So here it is, Drever leading out Matty Brown.
Dreamer is that actually run this. Oh, he had one test lap, didn't he?
Yes, he did, yeah.
Oh, come on, Pete. Actually, I don't care. Oh, Matty Brown's really fighting back. He's closing the door. He's up on the red Jordan. Oh, this is so entertaining.
That's the section that the boys have drawn up, and the way that the judges have. Oh, look, you see there, Drever's shut Matt Brown all the way out to force that issue, I think. Looking at that delayed footage on YouTube there.
Oh, you can't like a comment.
Okay.
Well, I can't anyway. I've got a skill. Mike Jamison, I appreciate the comment. You know, like you say little things and you try to sometimes dial out of your repertoire, but when somebody takes out the cone and you're like, oh, you just smoked a cone, and you're like, oh my gosh, where did I just take this? Nice of the Eurofighter to spray the camera with dirt. We appreciate that very much.
Official result through. We have Scotty D taking the win up against Jason Lee.
What? Okay, I'm changing it. Change it? Okay, Scotty D to the
Matty Brown now leading out Pete Drever, and Pete having a handful, I guess, of behind a very unfamiliar car to him. Sean Potros' missile, and Matty Brown's going to drive away on stream. The win might go to Matty Brown this time.
And just a reminder to those watching at home that Tony and I are both judges. Yep, our opinion matters.
Sometimes you'll see a wheel off, you might see 2 or 3 wheels off.
Sometimes I won't even talk about it for the opportunity to make sure the judges didn't see it. The other judges. Have we heard who's taking this one?
We're blocked off, so we can't get the thumbs up anymore. So Ross McEwen in the 20B powered RX-7 know all about this car. Best sounding car here today, thanks to Adam Davies one, up against Takaki. The best sounding cars on the limiter actually, this one. Oh, big over rotation from Whitehead in the chase.
Okay.
Thanks for the opportunity to just listen to that screen.
Yeah,
20B for
said nothing.
Yeah.
Said its own things.
Beautifully well presented as well. Of course, Andrew at AWS Graphics looking after Ross McEwen's liveries.
What doesn't AWS do? I like to think, like, I'm not a bad graphic designer, but when I want something even for myself, I just pay Andrew. Sometimes I do send him some of my haters, that's what I was thinking, and he's like, Steve, that sucks. Like, I'm not saying I'm crying about it, but there's been a few tears. I say, well, can I offend Steve by saying something bad about it? AWS is like, bro, that just sucks. You don't know what you're doing.
He's just ruthless. Black and white. From that last drone shot, it's probably too late to call it now, but did you see the mowing stripes?
Oh, Tom from the venue.
Pretty good at what he does and loves what he does too, which is good. Takaki leading out Ross McEwen. Second half of this battle, massive advantage to McEwen at this stage from that over rotation of Whitehead. So Ross just sort of needs to complete the run in behind here. Can he be the world? Process of ordering one actually because it's about time.
You are?
Yeah, need a 20 minute in my life. Spoken about it for too long. Life's too short. Just order it.
Imagine if you owned an Impala and put a 20B in there.
Do you reckon that'd upset some people?
That's what I'd do.
Just a 2-speed power glide in front of a 20B?
Yeah, and just put like Ford badges or something kind of like upset everyone. And an AU front.
It's disgusting. But so good.
Painted brown.
So Ross McEwen there. Four-wheel drive warehouse. Strategically parked in front of his trailer as well.
McEwen strategically parked in front of another 20 van.
The wind goes, was that pointed over towards Ross? It must have been the over-rotation from Wedita. So McEwen does take the win and advances through to the top 8. They go up against, not the one that's battle, so that looks like Connor Heligan.
There's Connor's car.
And John Atwood.
That's what a Pro Spec car looks like when you take your stickers off it.
Oh, Connor, big trouble. And go up.
Brother. What's going on, brother?
It's actually something that I learnt yesterday. That's actually another car. That's not even his Pro Spec one.
Well, maybe you should have bought the Pro Spec car.
That's the practice car? The practice car, yeah.
That's the practice car, which looks identical.
I thought, yes, exactly what you said. I thought it was the Pro car with the stickers taken off it.
Nah.
So take a look. If it gets out,
that is his Pro car.
Look at that suit. It's a nice suit there.
All those kicks getting ruined by Scoria. Connor's just getting under there. They should just say, hey, what happened there? Just so we can see the drift heads come out so we can describe it.
Now, I'm not sure how this recovery is going to go. That's a two-wheel drive ute on the Scoria pulling a drift car out of the Scoria.
Maybe they could get your ute. Oh, yours is two-wheel drive as well. Isn't it?
Do you want to buy a four-wheel drive one?
As long as it's not green. What colour is it?
Oh, out of luck. It's not green, it's dark green.
You know what they should do? They should call McFarlane Autos.
Kenny, is he tuned in there? Can you give us a comment? Surely Kenny's watching. So Connor, he's trying to diagnose the issue from out. What a great shot. It's quite convenient that camera's right there.
Do you know why the camera's there? Because you've got to have two basically pieces of protection. So there's a concrete wall behind that wall.
I did actually see that barrier in there.
So when the boys are like, where do you think this camera should go? I said, probably there. But just looking at it, I don't think it is. I think they moved it from where I said that they should put it.
Still behind 2 layers of protection.
Oh, no, we're good. No, no, they are exactly where they put it.
So actually, something I did learn. The Scoria is counted as a layer of protection.
Yeah.
Should be anyway. Was.
Man, it's going to take a while. We'll see you shortly. Well, we're back at the line, ready for our next set of cars to come out. DriftWars 24 here at Taupo International Motorsport Park. So they've managed to pull the S14 out. Connor. What you got? Cookies? Oh, mean. Thank you, sir. That looked like it had broken the steering and it's not turning both directions. Oh. Tell me what did you just hear?
Them some cheeky judges. Just yelling out the window at Connor, you can't park there.
Can't park there, mate. I think he was just waiting for a mate. You'd never find me saying something like, you know, heartless.
What did you... Did you seriously just miss it? Is that right now?
No, it was before the judge made the comment.
Bro, up 2G.
How do we turn the director off in our ear so we don't keep on getting in trouble for talking crap? It's going to take a while.
I think so. We're still waiting for another...
Okay. No, we're not going to send the incredible audience watching here and at home, wherever you are, on YouTube. This must be hard for these people, though. Oh no, we've got to turn our phone around so we can watch this. Remember the old days of like, oh, you're shooting at vertical video syndrome, and that's the only way you shoot it.
So a couple of scrubs happening in the box. It is the Casper Transmissions live stream of the Link ECU DriftWars 2024. We're still looking to complete our top 16. Looks like Sean Potros is scrubbed up there, up against Adam Whitehead in the background, scrubbing up. And Potros, being the high qualifier, will lead out Whitehead. It does actually. 138 watching right now. Bottom left hand corner there. Started streaming 87 minutes ago. How long's the longest stream you can do on YouTube? Is it cut off at a point?
Used to, but now it's
just endless.
Yeah, normally the Starlink fails by then. How good is Starlink, so? Elon Musk is the man. He is the man. Well, here we go, talking about the man. Which one is it this time?
So Potros leading out Whitehead. Be much more aggressive on that poor car. Oh, big little dirt drop.
Yeah. And another one, but that's all right. Sure, Potros can do whatever he wants.
Oh, even lace gates.
Adam knows I've got to put this down because everyone loves Sean. So you've got to absolutely throw down the lap of laps. So there is going to be a break coming up shortly, and ability for the people that are at home to stay home, while the people that are here get to go up and meet the drivers. Get in there, jump in the pits, grab an autograph from Guy Maxwell.
Well, the good news is that if we're to do 80 events, right, we're actually over halfway.
Yes, I might make it back home in time for work.
It's not even lunchtime yet, and we're looking at... What was that? That was Potros. Oh, that's 32, sorry, so we're not quite half. No, but I'm looking at only too far ahead.
Don't even worry about it. Here we go. We'll worry about this.
Second half of the battle. Adam Whitehead versus Potros. And Whitehead leading out. Look at the proximity from Potros in the chase. He needs to put a lot of pressure on Adam. Adam Whitehead putting on an awesome lead run there. Look at the line that he's taken. Oh no.
Just apologise for the noise in the background. That is excitable judges. That's Nick. Nick is jumping up and down right now. He's so excited about what he sees. What do you reckon? Definitely.
I reckon I'll see them on my own.
Yeah, just because they want to see it again. I'm okay with that.
What about one more times? You okay with them?
They suck.
Now, I thought that initially it was that the higher qualifier got to choose whether they wanted to lead or chase the OMR. But in driver's briefing they said the judges will decipher which one they will.
So the reason for that is because it may be a part of the run that they're sending to an OMR. So, or to one more time. So what they're doing is they
couldn't split them on a certain.
Yeah, so they were like, this part here is where you guys were basically drawing.
Yeah.
So the figures don't actually stack up on that then, because if you were drawing on this one and the other person was leading on the other way, then you okay. Maybe it's the other way around.
Some sort of calendar company.
That's Calendar Girls. Yeah. Moorpork Barbecues on the roof of the other one. I mean, some people like to go to Calendar Girls when you're 45 and fat like me. I'll take the barbecue, the brisket from Moorpork on the roof. Napa Auto Parts. Ryco 24/7 McAn. And Vehicle Service Centre. They are now doing all of my work from all my cars.
And it's a 20B. Sorry, Ryan. But it's a 20B.
PSR on the left-hand side, Ryan Perry.
You know, I do like Adam, but I do like Rotorua in my hometown drivers, you know. Ryan Perry, one of the best sounding RB25s in the land. And the limiter from out of that Link ECU.
Send them. Yeah, we said about the pit walk. You can say, yep, guy, it's okay. Guys out there say, make sure those boys in commentary mention that there's a pit walk after this.
So I think there might be a pit walk after this.
And you guys can go down. You can get autographs from all the judges. They'll be standing at the door ready. Simon Lee, he's SIM. Okay, let's move on to the...
So the final battle of the top 16, Adam Davies leading out Ryan Perry. And look at the proximity. Oh, is there contact there?
Oh, no. What's going on?
Let's have a look at the little slightly delayed YouTube footage for us.
Can the YouTube guys drag back? Yeah, it looks like you can, yeah. If you want to see a replay of it.
So there it is. Oh, at a big dirt drop, and I can't tell.
Okay. So, I've got my take on it.
Okay, what's your take?
From 12 years of watching every piece of drifting and at least D1NZ and a few others. So Adam's gone up and accelerated from the line. He's entered in, which has actually meant that he's dropped the right rear tyre off into the grass. He's put his car offline, and what he's done is he's actually taken the chase driver and moved the chase driver offline with him, which has created the contact between the two of them. So, in my opinion, and I'm talking quietly because these judges are nowhere near as much experience as I do. Sorry, guys. They're so much freaking better than I am. So, that's my take, is that poor old Adam has taken him offline, and the contact was caused from the lead driver coming online. Because, of course, in every form of drifting in the world, you use the lead driver as your mobile clipping point. Yeah. Drag back on your YouTube.
Yeah, come and watch this one, Nick.
Does that mean if you rewatch it, you can change the speed?
trying to overhear and eavesdrop as much as I can.
Now, there's certain things that you're allowed to say, and what they're talking about right now, they're not allowed to say.
Okay.
What I want to do is I want to get up and basically tell them what the rules are, and I'm not going to because it's not allowed.
Right, meanwhile, I think it's the second part of it anyway. Let them do with Ryan Perry going over there, and Adam Davies trying to put the pressure all over the back.
Oh, look at him go up. Now, is he going to come through for the big dive? Certain drags on the handbrake.
Good lead run from Ryan here, and Adam Davies. Proximity is on point. Big angle stacked on there finally through the part of the end of the section.
Well, here's something for you. So what sort of tyres is Adam Davies running?
Well, they will have to run, what, 235s?
235 what?
Radials.
What does he run all year, every time, everywhere he goes?
The
semi-slicks,
yeah.
So, of course, that's insane.
What's that?
Just how much smoke he's still able to produce on his radials. Like,
you know something interesting we haven't brought up with you, Brent, is that this is a 235 radial only comp. So
That's
these
correct.
pro boys that are out there are all on 235 width radial only.
Just seeing if we can find a result before.
So at the moment,
Oh,
our top 16, as it looks, we've got Corbin Wilson up against Matty J on the left-hand side of the tree, and John Atwood up against Scotty Dinsdale on the right-hand side of the tree. We have Matty Brown. Oh, look at that. What are you seeing there, Steve?
just looking at that beautiful little donut down the side of Ryan Perry's car.
The right-hand side of the tree, Matty Brown will go up against the winner of this battle, and in the bottom half of the right-hand side of the tree we have Ross McEwen up against Sean Potros. So Sean Potros took the win against Adam Whitehead a touch earlier.
So it's all going to come down to which way the judges determine the incident at the start was. So if they say, oh, Ryan Perry made contact with Adam Davies, then it is Ryan's fault. If they determine that contact was made because of Adam Davies going offline, essentially, then it is Ryan's fault. So which, if they do come away with the result, that'll be the reason why. If they call it a drifting incident, then essentially they could go back for an OMR. Which way? Hands go up in the air. Is there a turnaround or what? Car's not turning around yet. Which is he reversing up into his pit bay? Maybe if we turn to the left, where is Adam going then? Adam's gone back in the pit bay, so it's not an OMR. We must have a result. Have you got anything down here? There we go.
Is that official?
Well, it's written down Ryan Perry, then we can't see them anymore, so Ryan Perry takes one.
Yeah, if they put it in there. So Ryan Perry takes the win.
So that would be the first one I said, which was that they've deemed the contact. So there was contact was made, and it was hard to see, but you can't make contact with the lead driver as a chase driver. With as in they're like, oh, if Ryan made contact with him, we've got to work out Ryan made contact with him. So it's Ryan's fault that contact was made, but the fault was because of, and then the circumstances that led to that was the car coming offline.
Yeah.
Because I know there was I heard discussion, which you were saying, oh, can we talk about that? Can now. We've made a decision.
So our top 8 is in place. Corbin Wilson will take on Matty J. John Atwood. No? John Atwood isn't. No, that result's not a result. Oh, okay, so Connor Heligan's car is getting fixed in the second half. So if he can force an yeah. I guess we're going back to that 10-0 advantage type situation.
Questions just been come through from the chat saying what are the time restrictions for this. So maximum 235 is the 235 maximum rim size 18s, I think.
Yeah, yep. And radials only, no semi-slicks.
And of course, you see the amazing footage here, but if you want to see it in still form, go and check out Danny Wood Photography. Get old DWP. Here's Mr. Media for all the choice events. Travels up from the where is he? The lower hut, I think. From Wellington, upper hut. I don't know, there's an upper, there's a lower. Is there a middle hut? I know there's a Pizza Hut.
Porirua.
The way it was said, that had to be Rahe that it said Porirua.
Was it Porirua?
That would have been Simon Lee if that was the case.
Okay. Porirua.
And don't forget the shots by Mossy. Mossy's great. We've got some great media that look after the world of motorsport. You know what? It's going to be a couple of minutes, I think, before we do anything. So let's just take a quick break. We'll see you shortly.
Hey guys, I'm James Dean and I run Strong Wheels. So I first saw Strong Wheels a few years ago in Ireland on, I think it was Dwayne McKeever's car, Kevin Quinn's car. Really liked the style of the wheel, and we got talking to the guys at Strong, and when we were putting the 4-rotor engine into the RX-7, we wanted a new look, and they worked directly with our team, and we worked together with them to design a one-off custom forged wheel, which was absolutely unbelievable. Two-piece wheel for the RX-7, and I couldn't believe what they could do in a short amount of time. And since then, we've switched all the cars to Strong Wheels, been running them all across the world. This year in the Middle East and all across Europe, we put them through a lot of tests, and they're a sick wheel.
Well, welcome back to Taupo International Motorsport Park here in the centre of the North Island of New Zealand. This is DriftWars, brought to you by Choice Events, brought to you by Link ECU, the live stream brought to you by Casper Transmissions. I think we've got one last battle to go. So we'll talk to you through what's going to happen after that. So for those watching at home, we are going to jump off the live stream. We're going to be gone for 45 minutes, and then we'll be back in with the rest of the action going through to the end of the day for the people that are here at the venue. Great opportunity to go and meet your favourite drifters. Go and grab a couple of signatures, a couple of autographs, bit of merch down there as well. we will confirm. Actually, we might stay live and head down to the pits, or we might actually start earlier. But we're just waiting to see, because right now what was the battle? I'll just go and have a look on. Connor Heligan versus John Atwood. John Atwood was initially put through as the winner, but Connor Heligan has been able to potentially repair his car, and then they'll go through for the second half of that battle. And so we'll just hold for a moment longer and see what's happening. All right, so I hear they're starting the cars up. We will get ready to bring them out. This will be the last battle of the morning session here for DriftWars 24. Brought to you by Link ECU, and of course a big thanks to our live streaming partners, Casper Transmissions. All right, can we see any cars making their way out onto the... yeah, we can now. They're making their way up around the hairpin, the top end of the track here at Taupo International Motorsport Park. This is the club circuit, also known as Track 3. And we'll see John Atwood warming up the tyres as we see the second half of the battle between himself and Connor Heligan. Connor Heligan, of course, in the first part of their battle, decided that he was going to come up and kiss the scoria, ending up in the red stuff. So, looks like the judges are ready for our next battle. We get ready to release them from the line. So they're side by side. I think they're just going to check a couple of things on Connor's car to make sure it was all sorted out as we get ready for Brando to say, send the next battle. As we head down the back straight here at Taupo International Motorsport Park, John Atwood sends it wide. Connor, he's got issues. Atwood, he doesn't know, and I tell you what, he won't care. Gets up on the loud pedal and will just make his way around the final part of the circuit, and that will be enough to go through. So that is going to be it. Connor, he's going to have a big, long drive home, being the only person from Taupo. So on the left-hand side of the tree, we will see Corbin Wilson facing Matty J. John Atwood will go up against Scotty D. Atwood versus Scotty D. I can't wait for that one there. On the right-hand side of the tree, it is Matty Brown versus Ryan Parry. Ross McEwen versus Sean Potros. That is the top 8 in the main game. And we've seen a few drivers occupying spaces. So this one here, we actually battle all the way down to 26th place. We will have all the results for them. And look, that's... let's have a look at it again. Sends it wide. Connor, he's got issues. Atwood, he doesn't know, and I tell you what, he won't care. Gets up on the left. So I'm looking forward to it. We've got John Atwood versus Scotty D, and I can't wait to see that battle. So, look, one of the battles I'm really looking forward to is Scotty D versus John Atwood. These two bros are definitely bros, and I've just found Scotty D now. Chuck these on, Scotty. How are you, mate?
I don't think I've battled with John before ever, so that should be pretty good.
Are you gonna go up and lay it down, chuck it on the door?
Well, he replaces the panels on my car, so I feel like my car could get quite bent in this next battle.
That's why I'm just trying to assist that to happen, because I know he loves working on your car.
Yeah, well, this is true. He likes putting money into it, and I'm sure he's not afraid to bend it this time, but it should be good. We had heaps.
But it's just panel damage, eh? That's the only thing.
It is. You can't really break the Jay-Z, but his barrier's been holding its end as well, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, man, they're just a Jay-Z copy of barrier anyway, aren't they?
Well, exactly.
If only RBZ had have done that, they might have found a bit more reliability in the sport.
Yeah, this is true.
Hey, man, it's great to have you travel all the way down to Taupo from Whangarei.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Like, for me, I haven't been out a lot lately, so it's a massive thanks to the guys like Danny Boy, painted some rear guards on it. John's made some more rear guards, and they got a bit of a beating at the Northern Street Sprint, so it's good to have it back together.
That looked like a fun event.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. I'm really hoping they do that again. Like, the turnout there was actually really impressive, and it's been a while since we've done something on the road.
And then obviously having that Gary the Goat and Fanger the other goat now, those guys out there battling as well. It must be nice for those two to learn off the likes of you being out there on track as well.
Yeah, well, I'd love to think it. No, you watch them drive and you see why they're the best. But it's
look, I've got to ask. We obviously, with D1NZ, other ones, we run at different tracks. How do you find the track layout here for track 3?
No, I reckon they've done a really good job. Like, lately in drifting, it can be real hard to put the car where the judges want you to drive, whereas these guys have just put everything exactly where the car wants to be. So the battles look really good, and it's really good to chase.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, is because it's all outers, it gives you opportunity in the chase position to basically jump up in that pocket and then ride them.
Yeah, exactly. You have every opportunity here, even like the initiation setup. It gives the chase car every possible chance to get as close as they can. So the only excuse you really have is if your tyres are too pumped up or you've not got enough commitment.
Scotty, it's so good to see you, man. Thank you so much for talking to us. I'll let you go up and do what you were actually coming here to do. Is I think the judges have all buggered off anyway, so I might have just ruined that for you. I can call them back for you, bro.
No, you're good. No, it's an awesome event. Make sure if you're around here to come have a watch. It's great fun.
Legend. All right, Scotty Dinsdale. He'll be out there later on making his way. Well, I've called him as being my person. He's going to win. Him versus Corbin Wilson in the semi-finals. But in the meantime, what are we doing? We're going to run a couple of ads and get out of here. So are we going to shut down the live stream and come back? That's what we're doing. Thank you to Thomas. Thank you to Charlie and the team from Heart Media. A couple of ads. We're going to shut down. We'll be back with you in about 45 minutes' time. See you soon.
October 4th to 6th, come join us here at Taupo International Motorsport Park for the Casper Transmissions Carnival. The event consists of cruising, drifting, roll racing, burnouts, show and shine, and grip sessions. If you want to bring your ride along, make sure you head to choiceevents.co.nz and grab your tickets now.
Let's go! Top on ECU, turn a wideband, throttle control, all the motorsport functions. You can't beat it.
So the Link PDM saved the day.
So the next step was to get this thing on a proper ECU, especially with all the technology that Link has to offer.
Which should give us full communication and full control over all the sensors.
All those features I have thanks to the Link ECU.
That's all he needs. Simple, cheap, easy, works, good ECU, weatherproof.
It's got enough IOs too, like we're doing tons of stuff. Oil, fuel pressure, boost control.
I like it.
Definitely big shout out to Link ECU.
I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid. Bad little mind. She been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can slay. Do this all the time. This ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie getting made. Drip too hard, I'm